Kaman ni ngay defee. Kaman ni ngay defee. Kaman ni ngay defee. Kaman ni ngay defee. Subhanallah. Hello guys, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ami Job and I am talking to you from Scotland. Today we are doing a reaction on Paris Hilton. Can't say her last name. Paris Hilton. Hey, Allah. And my voice though, I have this cold thing, people, for like a couple of days now, and it's still just, but it's still not gonna stop me from talking, you know, especially this particular topic. When I saw it, it just hit me hard, and it's gonna hit a lot of people really hard. Excuse my voice, it's not just this week my voice is going crazy, it's also because I woke up not long, but I decided to just do this video this early morning and done with it. So yeah, like I said, this topic gonna touch a lot of people, you know, people that are parents and people that are the teenagers that is going through what they've been through, and people that are going through the trauma of whatever they've been through in life. So my reaction to this topic today is gonna be to motivate us to learn how to move on from what we've been through, and to motivate us, the parents as well, and to motivate the young people. Understanding that it's not easy to be a parent, it's not easy to be a young person, it's not easy to be an adult who's been through whatever you've been through. None of it is easy, but you can make it easy. Life gonna do whatever it did to us, and it's not gonna take it back. It's up to us to take it away. So welcome to this channel and have a relax. I'm gonna also explain my bit of my own story, my own experience of growing up with a traumatized childhood because of child marriage or strict African mother who will beat you up for washing dishes and stuff like this. So yeah, this might be a long analysis because I need to explain different areas, you know, and my English are not very good, but I'm gonna try to talk slow and try to speak as clear as possible, so bear with me. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, where should I start from? The parents, or the teenage child, or the adult that is going through the pain of what they've been through? I think I'm going to talk about that at the end. I'm going to talk about the adult that is going through the pain of what they've been through at the end. But first, I think I'm going to talk about both the parents and the teenage child. I'm going to talk about both at the same time. You see what I mean? So just relax, take your cup of tea. I'm drinking hibiscus tea here. You can't really see it, but it's hibiscus. And yeah, don't forget to like the video, share, comment. You never know who it might help. So yeah, This video, like I said, is just to motivate us all. Us that been through the pain. Us that you know, that is the young, us that is the young people, which is you guys, I mean, that are the young people that we are dealing with, and us that is the parent that is trying to deal with you guys. Yeah. So, and if you are somebody who just, you know, like get frustrated quickly and going crazy, you cannot watch this video. So simply because when I'm talking, I talk a lot. I mean, I talk fast, but I like to take my time, like, and go in different areas, you know, like. So you might want to watch this video when you're not in a hurry, you know. If you're somebody that want to watch 10 minutes video and you like, I don't have time for it, then just escape this video, because me, I'm not rushing life. So it's just me, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna start the topic with both the teenage child and the parent. I am so a lot of you people that are teenagers, you know that the fear of raising a teenage child is real. I don't think you guys don't know this anymore. Simply because it's not like our time or where I was brought up, where we don't have technologies. I'd never grow up with technology or even a TV in the house or nothing. But I can still see the fear in my mom and the way she talked to us, you know, when we're not listening. And the way she was telling me that if you don't do this, when you grow up this, when you grow up that, you know, like. So I know she was having a fear of me growing up and wasted or whatever, you know, that is called. But with society now, especially in this, you know, modern world countries, you know, these Western countries, you know, they have a lot of technology and people do videos and talk and stuff. So everyone knows the fear of raising a teenage child and just the fear of life in general, you know. Everyone knows that fear is our worst enemy. But everyone knows also that fear comes with us human beings. We cannot get away from fear. It's just who we are. It's made with us. Fear, egos, jealousy. There are so many things that comes with us as a human being. You're just born with it. It's like the way you get hungry, you can't help it. But you have to notice it and fight it. It depends also how you are raised, you yourself. If you are raised with a parent that was a fear parent and was just raising you like that, you know, you get that from them. So that's what you're going to do to your child too. Okay, so everyone sees also the way society is going. I know even though it's your time now, if you are watching this video and you're a teenage child and you're going through this, that's what I mean. You know it's your time now, right? So you know, for example, that, you know, we pass our time and this is your time now, and we shouldn't interrupt you with your time. We don't even know what it's like now. I know what you guys normally say to us, okay? And we also just like, blah, blah, you're not gonna do that because if you do this, A, B, and C, you know. So we hardly getting along with this, okay? But I know also that you guys, I am sure, you know that although this is your time, but you know that your time is not a normal time. I am so, even though you weren't in our time, you know and you heard and you see movies or pictures or just heard stories from us and the rest of the people that our time is different from this. And I know that when a lot of you tell the truth, you will know that your time right now is very scary. It's not just because we're trying to protect you. Now just calm down. You know if this time is a time of the only way to have fun is to get high. You know if this time is the time of the only way to get fun is to gather in a room getting high and doing it whatever you want to each other. You know if this time is the time of the people that are happening, the people that are the teenagers that are popular and are happening and are popping it are the ranchang ones. Ranchang is like when you have no moral and no boundaries and like you just do what you like. So if you hear me use ranchang in this video, just know what's that mean. Just calm down. I'm gonna come to us parents too. So don't freak out and click out of this video now and thinking I'm just gonna bash you teenagers or whatever. No. Just wait. I'm coming. I'm gonna be very honest in this video. Some of you know my videos, you know me. So you also know that the famous people and the popular people, you know, at school or anywhere, even some of these celebrities, they're only famous for being ranchang. Dress in a way, behave in a way, do stuff that, you know, it's sexual stuff. What's the English word? Ranchang stuff. Teaching you teenagers that. Which is why a lot of the people now in this world, even when you are lucky and you come from a country like this and no one is going to do child marriage to you or anything, you're going to do your own child marriage to yourself for giving yourself to men in a young age that is going to break your heart and abuse you. And instead of you to even talk to your parents, for example, and learn from your mistakes, you then gonna like do it more and say, I've already done it. I got nothing to lose. You got a lot to lose. The more you do things and say, I already done it, the more you are damaging yourself. The quicker you get out of whatever the bad thing is, the better. Nothing is too late to get out of. You know, I always say it in this world, us human beings are our worst enemy. We are also our number one best friend. Only us can destroy us and only us can save us. Of course, your friends are also your second best enemy. If you have friends that you love more than you love yourself, or you listen to more than you listen to yourself, then that friend become your, or you copy more than you copy anything good in life, then that friend become your worst enemy instead of you. But some people are just their worst enemy. It's not a friend that will influence them. They just practice and thinking it's fun to practice this ranchang mind of I do what I want, I have no boundaries, who cares, this is my life. But we human beings, when we say that, doesn't matter what age we are, we forget that it's only our life that we are moving around, we are well. God forbid when anything happens, it becomes everybody's life now to save our life. Then how is it only our life? We only use that sometime when we want to be selfish and get away with whatever we want to get away with. Why I call it selfish is, no matter how much you disagree with the people that are trying to protect you, doesn't matter what age you are. When you have the consequence of why they were protecting you, those are the people that have to choose to either forgive you and come back and save you and help you, or they will just abandon you altogether. Even they're going to abandon you and sitting there with pain, thinking about you still. Because us human beings, even though sometimes we pretend like we have no pain or no sorry for or no mercy, a lot of us still do. It's built with us. You can have a child, for example, or a sister or a brother who is doing whatever they want, ranching in, and you advise them and they don't listen. And now they're in trouble and you're happy celebrating it and you don't care. You must be, what kind of soul are you? You must be mixed with something. But if you're pure human, even if you don't speak to them, you will feel sad and feel sorry for them wherever you are. But us human beings, we use that. Adults use it too. So don't worry. But most of the time, the young people use it more when they want to get away with things, you know. It's not easy to be a young person. Even for us, it was hard for our time too. Very hard. Harder than a lot of you guys. So don't think that it's hard for you when you have a parent that is strict. Like I said, I'm going to talk about the parents, so don't worry. So the parents that are strict, it could be, like I said, they come from a home that it was like that. Or, oh my God, my voice can't let me talk. Or they just have a fear of life, you know, like they just have a fear of, okay, I say this in my videos so many times in my language, okay? And even in English. That you cannot have a child and you fight so much to the extreme for this child to be good because you don't want this child to be bad because that's going to ruin your reputation. And this might still ruin your reputation if you are not careful, because there's certain extreme step that you will take to just discipline this child. And if you are not, and if this child is not ready to discipline themselves, they will still suffer. And then you will still be embarrassed or whatever. Your image will still be ruined if you are looking at it that way. You have to not look at it like if the child is not good, your image is ruined. Of course, I know it's good and it's nice and it's motivating to have a child that is disciplined and, you know, well-mannered, or just make good life and normal, decent life for themselves, you know, instead of a criminal, junkie child or a whatever child, or someone end up in a prison child or whatever. No one wants that. No one wants that for even their enemy. Well, I don't. And the pain of looking at your child suffering is why a lot of parents are like, with you guys. It's just we don't want to see you guys suffering when we cannot help you. A lot of us cannot even help ourselves. So how are we going to help you when you're suffering? Life is hard enough. Even when you have a decent life, you're still going to have life challenges. Especially, not to mention when you don't have a decent life. When you choose the wrong path, or you know, in life, it will be double challenging for you. Because even when you choose a normal, decent life, it's challenging, like I said. So we just don't want that to happen to you guys. For a lot of parents that are trying to correct their child, and the child thinking maybe they're strict or whatever. This is what I mean. But some parents overdo it. Some overdo it because they've been through that, like I said, and they don't see it as bad. And some overdo it because they're just evil people. That's who they are. Like these parents that abuse their children physically, extreme abuse. Some even sexual abuse or whatever, or just even end up taking the child life and stuff, God forbid. So some parents are not well and they shouldn't have children at all. That's the reality. Children is not for everybody. But sadly, it's going to happen. Either they should have it or not. Sadly. But you have parents who are not that extreme and who are not that, like, they shouldn't have child kind of a parent, but they still go like, and you guys don't like it. I just want to say one thing, that is no win-win. When the parent leave you to do what you like, they give up on you, or they just call it, I'm an easygoing parent, I'm not going to do this or whatever. Or the parent choose to discipline you, there's still no win-win. I know this, and I say this to my children all the time. But it's less chance of the child wasting or growing up, you feeling sorry for them and you can't help them, the kind of thing that we are afraid of, a lot of us. For when you are a little bit, it's less chance of that happening. That's why a lot of parents do it. If you just leave the child to do what they want, there's more chance of you having a lot of consequences, and the child having a lot of consequences to pay. Because in life, you can discipline yourself when you get older, but it's gonna be harder. The longer you do that bad habit, the more years the more years you do it. You know, like the longer you do it, the harder it is to break it. That's just what is it with bad habit. The longer you do it, the harder it is to break it. So the quicker you quit whatever the bad habit is, the better. Even if for some of you don't have parents, if you are growing up in a home or whatever, you can be your own parent and look up to good people. Read some books, listen to audios. But if you just follow some of these people that give up on life and they're still living, don't freak out. I was in that stage. So don't worry. Like I said, I'll include my own story in this. So don't worry. You know, life is easy. It's nice. It's just not easy to understand how easy and nice it is, and to live it. You get me? Like I said, my English are not very good, and I have African accent, and I have Scottish accent, I have all kind of accent. So sometimes it's complicated to know what I'm saying, but like I said, I'm gonna try to make it clear. So, because life is easy and it's nice, but it's hard to know how easy and nice it is, then it becomes very difficult. And most of the time, the things that are easy and nice in life, they most of the time cost you nothing. But the things that are easy and nice to the blind eyes, which is most of us, don't worry, I'm still blind with life. I'm not the best. No one is the best, so don't worry. Then we choose other things, you know, that can even cost us money, thinking that that's the fun and easy way of life. you know, like getting drunk, getting high, having the wrong friends, going out all the time. Going out is expensive if you want to spend the money you. But if you're going for the guys to spend the money on you to buy you alcohol or whatever, that's even worse expensive. Because they're not going to buy you it for nothing. They're going to want to get it back. But let's just continue talking about us still. I don't want to focus on going out too much. I experienced that. I'll see if I'm going to have time to include a little bit of that. Going out comes with, you know, being a teenager, and teenager that is trying to practice being a ranchang, like I have no boundaries and I'm going to do what I like, is my life. It comes with going out and getting high, smoking. It comes with getting raped. It comes with getting killed. It comes with the wrong people, you know, touching you and doing stuff with you. All these things have consequences in life. You know, in life, especially as a woman, the way God made us, we have this loving, caring nature that is built with us. And it begins with us. So when we neglect ourselves or people take advantage of us, the pain of living with that is beyond. It's beyond any pain of your mother trying to protect you. I'm telling you this, I've been through child marriage. When I tell you this, believe me. And the pain of that have big consequences. The pain of you being taken advantage of, especially as a young child, underage child, or just when you are like just 18 or under 18 or just 20 or whatever. The pain of getting high, people taking advantage of you, is the same pain, or people raping you, high or not, it's the same pain as child marriage. People use it to touching you when you don't want them to touch you. It's the same pain. It's not any other pain. Well, I think it's the same pain. And this kind of pain of men touching you when you don't want them to touch you is something that people are fighting. You know, rape pain, child marriage pain. People fighting for it to stop. But some of us women do it to ourselves by not having any boundaries, going to places we shouldn't go. Even men, it happened to them too now. More now than ever. Because now the whole world is crazy, it's going crazy. There's nothing like man on woman. Some people love men even if they're men more than women. There's no boundaries in this world nowadays here. Because us human beings don't want to have any boundaries anymore, that's why life is getting harder. This is why this world is the way it is. All over the world. It's because we have no boundaries. When you look at all the problems we are having, from global warming to whatever, it's because we have no boundaries. This no boundaries is our enemy too. And back to the fear of parents and, you know, the insane behavior that parents do that have big consequences, and we should stop doing it, all of us that is doing it. Especially the ones overdoing it. You know, when I look at that video and Paris' mom took her and just sent these two guys to grab her at, you know, in the middle of the night and send her to the foster home. And she was just, basically they kidnapped her. That's insane. That's way extreme. But I don't know how ranchang this girl was to make her mom to do that. But no matter how ranchang she was, I still think she should have told her, like, we are going to put you in this place. But maybe she was not going to go. I don't know. But they kidnapped her. And why I'm blaming her for this even is that when this girl was telling her that, you know, what she's been through and stuff and how they kidnap her, she keep having nightmares and stuff about this, you know, when they're kidnapping her and taking her to the foster care, the way they were abusing her, like hitting her and just torturing her or whatever. She didn't drop a tear. She didn't show emotion. She was just like, you know, like, and just like put away the emotions and just like hug her, but with no emotion at all. She's so very tiny emotion, like, And then she said in the video that I know that she don't like what's happened to her, but it was our way of saving her. I know it was your way of saving her. But you still have to say sorry. And you still have to tell the other parents that is taking the very hard step of saving the children not to do it. Or they should watch how they're doing it. But you didn't mention that. So, you are one of those narcissistic, controlling parents who will do whatever to the child, even taking their life. I saw parents who take the children's life because the children did something they don't like. Not long ago in Africa, one of the child was pregnant and she was 18 months old. She was 18 years old. She was heavily pregnant, like 8 months or something. And the mother strangled her to death physically, saying that she was embarrassing her for being pregnant. The whole neighbors is going to laugh at her. The damaging behavior that some parents will do simply because they don't want their name to be ruined by their parents or by their children is insane. You give this child for them to give you this reputation that you cannot give yourself. You have to give yourself that reputation that you want people to give you. That good, loving, caring, nice, honest person reputation. That's the only thing that you need. You don't need a reputation of this person is President Obama's father, this person is Michelle Obama's mother. You know, all these successful people in life, or all this whatever, or you don't want a junkie, criminal child, kind of a reputation. Nobody want that. Don't look at me like this and thinking, oh, Amy, do you just let your children do what they want? No, I don't. I try my best. No one is as best as is the best parents, by the way. Especially when you come from this, you know, Africa or Asian or like these third world countries that have more strict homes. Still here you have strict parents. I live in Scotland. Some Scottish people are very strict, like just like Africans. Just like some Africans are. It's not all Africans that are strict, by the way, but most are. But this extreme strict behavior have big consequences. Number one, you don't give back to this child to give you a good reputation. Us parents and us adults, all the normal, decent adults with normal human beings' mind, understand that no matter how hard you work with your child, if they choose to not listen, they just won't listen. It's up to you to take it to the extreme that both of you will regret. Every normal human being understands this. But it's also because in our culture, all this third world country and even here, sometimes say that they blame the parents a lot for the children that is not behaving. This is why the parents are the way they are. Don't blame us too much. It's not our fault sometimes because people, society, when they see somebody doing bad, the first thing they'll think of us, this person is that this person has no home training. Their parents not train them. They've not teach them nothing. And this have big consequences. Why don't we stop saying that? Because we all saw that video. That is her and her sister in that video. She's not alone. But her sister was not in trouble because her sister was listening. It's like me and my sister growing up. My mom will beat me up all the time because I'm late towards my desses. And my sister was never late towards her desses. And it's not like I was a bad child. It was only the wasn't desses that was my problem. I am always late towards my desses. Whenever it's my turn towards the desses. And she will always wash it when it's her turn. She will wash it on time. So she's never been beat up as many times as I was beat up. So it's like that when I look at that video, her and her sister. It's like her sister was not in this trouble because her sister was listening. That's why at the end, her sister told her around the end that you never say sorry to mom and dad for what you put them through, the pain you put them through. Because she was seeing the pain of what they were going through for her not listening. And she was seeing all the wrong that she was doing because she was not in the wrong. That's why she was noticing it. But At the end, she said, no, I'm not going to say that because I also have consequences. I understand her. I also have some pain. I've been through hell too. I understand that point too. No matter what wrong you did to your parents, when they do you so much pain, it's gonna create hate between you two. The love will be there, but it's still gonna have a bit rough. It's gonna be a bit rough. It's not gonna be nice, smooth love. It's gonna be like a rocky boat kind of a love, because you're still gonna remember what you've been through, what they put you through, and they still keep remembering what they put you through. So why don't we all try to make this life easier for all of us? Us, the parents, to try to take it easy. Even though we're not gonna let you do whatever you want, for many of us, we never do that. Because we cannot bear the pain of watching you wasted or suffering in life in future. The pain some of us don't want to experience it is not because of what people say. Well, someone like me, I'm very easygoing. And if I just listen to what people say, I will not be doing certain topic that I've been doing for years. But I will not also be telling people what I've been through with child marriages and what it led me to. Because I know my culture will use it to insult me, which they're doing. So I don't care about what people say. But I just don't want to watch my child, for example, suffering tomorrow. Using a drug addict or being abused or just suffering with life because I just let them do what they like and they go with all the wrong friends and do what they like. So this is why I'm going to continue trying to protect my children. And every parent is going to continue to try to protect their children. It's not because what people will say. That is for some parents. There are some parents that are like that. They just don't want you to be bad because of what people will say. But some parents don't want you to be bad because of the pain of looking at you suffering. They think you don't deserve that. And their heart will not watch you suffer like that. They love you too much to watch you suffer. So I want you guys to understand that. But I want also us to understand that no matter how much we try, if these children choose to suffer in life, we cannot save them. Only life can teach them a lesson when it's too late. And you have to just leave it and let go of people who insult me. Because even if you have good children, people that are going to hate you and look for something to insult you with, they will do it. And if your child choose to not listen, people that know you, they know you try your best, they just choose not listen. So people that don't know you and they're just insulting you with it, leave them insult you. Live your life. A lot of the parents are so depressed because of the child not listening. They even want to take their own life. They're so depressed because of the child not listening. If you are watching this video and you are like that, please calm down. I know this. I'm telling you, it can be very depressing when you have a child that's not listening. And choosing to listen to friends instead. Choosing to go and do all the bad things that friend is doing instead. You feel like all these years of you suffering to bring up this child is now going to be wasted because of friends. Friends that are nothing to you. They just friend to you now. Tomorrow they could betray you. And if you follow them too much, when they're going down, you're going down. So if you cannot influence them to be good, why are you allowing them to influence you to be bad? You have to have boundaries. Doesn't matter if they're going to abandon you, they don't want to be your friend anymore, or they laugh at you or bully you. That's even the good reason why you shouldn't be with them, because that means they're not good friends. They're bullies. And they're narcissistic too. They only want to be friends with you when you're following what they want. And you're doing any bad that they're doing. If you not do it, then they'll laugh at you, bully you. That's not friend. A good friend should respect you and have boundaries. Even when they're doing something bad, they should hide it and do it when you're not there. Because they see you not doing it, they will be ashamed to introduce you to it. No matter how bad is what they're doing, no matter how they normalize it, they know it's bad. No one is stupid here. We are still human, you know. No matter how bad is what you're doing and how you normalize it like it's nothing, you still know it's not good. Drugs, alcohol, smoking, sleeping with each other, stealing, lying, all these things, especially at teenage age. No matter how you normalize it and call it, it's a teenage thing. I mean, we're young, we will change. You still know it's not good. You still know you have choice. In life, you always have two choices. It's not just, it's not good. Like, oh, it's so evil. If you touch it, you are dead, or you are so evil. No. It's not good because it could be addictive. And if you are so weak that you cannot have boundaries in life, then you'll be so weak that you cannot stop whatever that is. But still, don't freak out. Wait. I also allow life and friends to make me drink alcohol when I was 33 years old. And I'm not embarrassed to say this, no one knowing that my culture will always insult me, my people will always use it to insult me. I'm not going to be embarrassed to continue talking about this. Because, hey, this page, when I was opening this page, this talking thing, when I was starting it 4 years ago, I promised myself to only tell the truth or to not say nothing. Well, the truth that I know. So, I allow life and child marriage pain. When I was 16, I was married number 4. My married number 4, I was 16 years old. I leave you to try to guess how old I was with my first marriage. So I live with that pain my whole life, never speak about it, never drink alcohol, never smoke, never do anything bad, fighting to stay good no matter what. After years of living here as a single mom, 8 years of living here as a single mom with the pain, I decided to follow the friends that was doing drinking alcohol. But when I decided to follow them, I was like, I'm tired of being good, and what did I get? Life keep getting harder and harder. You know, and if you are a single mother abroad who is from Africa, especially from a poor family, then you know the pain. I don't have to tell you. You know the pain of sending money. This person have malaria, this person is dying, this person this person that. You have to send money all the time. You know this. So that alone is painful, not to mention all this other pain that you have growing up and the pain that you have now for having children with the wrong man. So life was just getting harder, and I kept thinking, and I keep, because it's like I let go of the pain, but I didn't let go of the pain, you know. So it was like this with me. The pain was like this with me until I have to learn how to deal with it. So after I was tired of crying so many nights and stuff, I just start trying, and my friends advised me, you should drink some wine, it's gonna cheer you up. You should give up this trying to be good village woman kind of a thing. You know, friends can be good, but sometimes the intention, what's the English word? The intention they have for you and for themselves is not what's best for them or you. Some people drinking little alcohol here and there is haram when it comes to religious way, but it doesn't harm them because they don't abuse it, especially when they're adults. Some people over drinking at a young age, and if they're not lucky, they're gonna continue being an alcoholic and drug addict. This is why I said it's not good. Because with life, we always gonna have pain that is gonna make us do bad. Doesn't matter what home you come from and how, you know, what life you come from. Nature alone can be very joyful, but can be very painful. Nature have its own disaster, and so human beings too. So then when I started this, I started going out drinking, and I'll be dancing and crying, you know. And just, you can see me that this woman is here because of pain. She's not here to chill. You can see it all over me. And I have to choose, you know, in life, you have to be your own parent. Doesn't matter what age you are. This is what I tell my children too. As much as I parent them, they have to be their own parent too. Because when you are somewhere that you have no parents, you have to be your own parent. Doesn't matter what age you are. You can be your own parent and use what your parents tell you, for example, to protect you, or to just put one and one together and know that I shouldn't take this decision, I shouldn't do this. You have to be able to say no. You have to have boundaries. Doesn't matter how much you love your friends, you have to be able to say no to certain things that they're trying to get you involved with, because you have to love yourself more than you love any friend in this life. And that's what we are lacking. Doesn't matter what age. Some adults do it too, so don't worry. So like I said, when I started this, I have to then I realized that it's not just going out and dancing and drinking one glass of wine or whatever. I saw other things involved with it. And I tried to avoid these other things, but later on I was like, oh, it's hard to avoid these things. So I either have to stop going totally, or I'm gonna definitely get involved with this when I keep going. Because it's like when you're avoiding these things, you're not experiencing the full fun of going out. I'm not gonna be telling you all what these things are. You should put one on one and think and guess what these things are. We all know the things that comes with going out. Drugs, smoking, sleeping with people. It can get really nasty and dirty. A lot of people lose their life because of this. A lot of people become junkie or prostitute or whatever you call it because of going out, even as an adult. A lot of single mothers ruin their life and their children's life because of going out. A lot of single mothers have their children taken away from them because of going out. A lot of single mothers, their children have no life and no moral because of going out. Because the more you go out, the more you drink, the more you get involved with all these other things if you are not lucky. And then the more you get high, and you even end up drinking in the house, getting high in the house, and you end up doing whatever that is in the house, and the children seeing it, and they will see you even when you come home high or drunk, and you're gonna wake up the next day high or drunk, and gradually it become normal, you know. And the children, it's up to them to develop this behavior or to discipline themselves. How are they gonna discipline themselves when they're children? You're called parental guiding for a reason, for you to guide them, remember? So I was very lucky. I think what made me lucky is, I say this in my video so many times, is that even though I was going out then, I was crying. I was going out because of child marriage pain and just pain of life and just, but I was crying instead of normalizing it. And I know that I never want this life. And I know that the going out have other things involved. And I'm not going to get involved with that. So I know it from the beginning. So I know that when I was going out, I have my boundaries that I'm not going out just to become a prostitute, for example, or drug addict or whatever. So I have those boundaries before I start going out. That helped me too. And I used to tell myself, Amy, what you doing here? You shouldn't do this. Don't allow life to make you do this. So that also made me quit. And I used to just cry, you know, and say to myself, oh my God, this is not going to help me, you know. I'm going to continue and it's going to get worse. And the pain that happened to me is already there. Nothing will take it away. This will not take it away. It's only going to make it worse. So then, because you cannot cure pain with pain. You cannot cure pain with getting high, abusing your body, allowing men to touch you, for example, and just doing stuff. That's just going to add more pain. Well, if you have self-love. And for me, I think what I've been through also made me, I have self-love so much. Don't see me like this. Hey, I'm so emotional with my body. Don't see me like this. So I learned that revenging the pain the wrong way of just letting go of that, protecting myself, wasn't going to help me. So I then get back to protecting myself. But this time I have to learn how to protect myself in a different way. So then I have to learn and do research, try to cure myself, you know, and try to think of my culture, why it's the way it is. And also try to learn how to talk about this pain and what caused it and how to stop what caused it. So luckily when I talked to my mom about talking about child marriage, she didn't stop me. Because if she stopped me, it was going to be complicated. You know, I might still end up doing it, but I was not going to be happy knowing that she's not happy with me talking about it. But I was happy that she allowed me to talk about it. I am sure it's not very pleasant for her, because when I tried to interview her, she wasn't comfortable at all, which is why I haven't interviewed her, but I'm still trying to get an interview with her. She was looking so nervous in that video and stuff. I don't want to post it. I'm still trying to interview her another video, and I'll post it. You know, let me just continue finishing that story first of mine. So I have to explain this to you guys in this reaction video, so you know how to get out of friends if it's them drag you to their habits, or you drag yourself to their habit, or just life drag you to bad habits. You can get away from it. There's a lot of bad habits with life, sadly. As much as there's a lot of good habits, life is like that. No one is perfect. You cannot just get away from all the bad habits. They're impossible to get away from. Even ice cream is a bad habit. Well, if you don't overeat it, but so chocolate is a bad habit. Fizzy drink is a bad habit. Depends how much you're eating it. So there's a lot of bad habits in life. No one is perfect, so don't worry. But there are some bad habits that can really have big consequences, and only you can save yourself from it. Only you have to love yourself to the max. To some degree that you can find out how to save yourself if you're already in it. But for you guys that are not already in it, or you're just starting, you're just dipping in, it's easy to get out of you guys, of you guys, because you have to get out of yourself. Like I said, life, we are our own enemy sometimes, but I'll get to that at the end. So yeah, like I said, I just have to then get out of this by saying that I have to learn how to cure this pain in a positive way, how to use my pain in a positive way. Because like I said to you guys, in this world, you guys can motivate yourself. Even if you don't have no parent, you can be your own parent. You saw people who use their pain to help people, and you saw people who use their pain to destroy themselves and to destroy others. So it's up to you to choose one. So I decided to choose to use my pain to help people, to talk about it, even if people are gonna judge me, because my pain was stressing me and depressing me for years, and I couldn't talk about it. A lot of my friends, when I start talking about it, they're like, what? You've been married that many times? Because the marriages keep going. It's not just stop at number 4 marriages. I've been married so many times. I've been married 8 times altogether. And the funny, crazy part of it all is that even though I've been married 8 times my whole life, with these marriages, from the child marriages, I've been living alone my whole life. I only lived with one of the marriage for 2 years. One of them, when I was 16, the married number 4, who was my cousin. I only lived with him for 2 years, that particular one, and I didn't enjoy it. It was the worst marriage of them all also. I love him, but his mother never gave me peace. I was in Africa, in Senegal. It's a long story, and he was my cousin. He used to beat me all the time, because of his mom. And his mom wanted him to marry somebody else instead of me instead. That was the reason. Because it's a long story. But I explained my child marriages in my language in a couple of interviews, but I'm gonna see if I can share it in English. But it's too much marriages and too long, so I don't know. I'm not ready yet to start explaining them on YouTube and stuff in English. We'll see in the future maybe. But because I've been on my own after all these marriages, I was still on my own. When I started drinking, then I was divorced with marriage number 7. Imagine someone who's been married 7 times. My marriage number 7, I was 26 years old when I was married number 7. 7 marriages, 26 years old. And the first person that married me, I wasn't even 10. But don't worry, I didn't sleep with that person. The second person married me when I was 12. That's when that person slept with me. It's a long story. I just want to give you a little idea of why these marriages went so long, so many. But I was refusing to sleep with them. That's why it went to many numbers. Some of them was not arranged. Like, it wasn't some that I don't like. Like my cousin, that I was 16. He was arranged, but I loved him. He was the first person that I loved, that time, compared to the others. So I love it with him. But then, and he was young too. He was like 19, something like this. And then I have this other marriage after that. There's another arranged marriage that I don't love the person after that, which make it marriage number 5. And that marriage didn't last long also. I used the same technique I was using in the beginning to refuse him to sleep with him. So he ended up divorcing me. And then another marriage that it wasn't arranged this time. This is the marriage that led me here. But I also didn't love the person. And I also didn't want to do stuff with them. It's a long story. And then I have another marriage, that I met the person here just when I arrived here, who I love the person, but he was really bad to me. He did bad to me worse than even my cousin that was beating me. But he wasn't beating me like this, but he was beating me with his actions. So that was the marriage number 7. So the marriage number 8 is just 2 years ago when I decided to end it. And that marriage also lasts only 8 months. The person was in Africa and I'm here. But I know them long time before I arrived here. So I agreed to marry them, but I still don't agree. It's a long story. So I decided to change my mind about the marriage when I wasn't happy with the marriage. So that's why the marriages went to number 8. So I come from a Muslim culture that people get married quickly, and most of the time these marriages don't work. Not just a lot of them are arranged, but also a lot of them are, the people that marry you. So most of the time they're not honest, and they're not loving and caring. So it's up to you to bear the pain and stay there or to just divorce. But anyway, like I said, I don't want to explain my whole child marriage thing, but I just like to give you this little ideas so you also know why I have those pain that lead me to drinking the alcohol, But I'm so glad that I decided to stop. So when I decided to stop, like I said, I then decided to talk about child marriage and what it led me to and why people should not do it. And I talk about friends, how you should be careful with certain friends. Because I do have certain things that friend did to me. It's not just because they lead me to this drinking thing that time. Friends and my pain lead me to it. And myself. But it's also they did so many bad things. They lead me to other bad things, not just this. But I cannot explain all that. I did videos about that before in my language. So I then choose, I said, I have 2 choices. I have choice to get rid, to learn how to get rid of this pain and use it to help others in a positive way, or to just continue nurturing and nourishing this pain and then using alcohol and end up using drugs and end up being a prostitute and end up being whatever. Just calling it because I'm broken, because I'm this. Yeah, I am broken, but I'm still alive. As long as you're alive, you can move, you can think your full senses, you're still not broken. You can choose to be broken or you can choose to be not broken. When I realized that, it helped me. I said to myself that, because one thing also helped me is that I have positive mind, even from a childhood. This is just me, I have positive mind in me. So, this video is going longer than I thought. So I try to use my positive mind and to just choose to just fight my pain with talking about it and talking about things that harm our culture. But I was still talking with pain when I start talking. So I was talking with pain, and to my culture. And I have a lot of people that don't like me because of this. And I talk very raw and honest. I still talk with pain, but I'm learning to talk better, It's getting there slowly. Because I'm learning the power of communication now, And I'm learning mindfulness and all these things. But when I start going out and I start loving and caring for myself and I start choosing to live a life that is going to be happy, positive life instead of painful, revenging life, that's when everything changed. The painful, revenging life is very easy and it seems fun, but it's very painful and have big consequences. I'm advising anyone that is living a painful, a revenging life. Whoever is choosing to live with, that kind of life, revenging on alcohol, drugs, or abusing your body, do whatever you like. I'm advising you to change. It's painful. I am so you're not happy. No matter how you pretend you are, you're not. You cannot. I know this. So, try quitting whatever that is. You can do it. You can stop whatever that is you're doing. Human being, we have willpower. We are very strong. Stop whatever that is you're doing and learn to love yourself and love human beings. That is going to help you too. learn mindfulness, do healthy habits, practice slowly healthy habits. You will get there. Life is too short to be wasted. And it's joy, maximum joy in living peaceful, clean, happy, loving, caring life. The joy in that is unexplainable. So I advise you to please try that if you're living with pain. Because this pain of having a very strict parent, or this pain of child marriage, or the other pain. I have other pain growing up too, not just child marriage. That was my problem. I have other pain too. I have a stepdad who was not loving and caring to us. And I also have really poverty and suffering kind of experience. It was so bad that we had to go and beg in the market sometime, begging people to eat, to be able to eat or something. I have different pain growing up. So I put this here, like I said, to motivate you, to know that no matter what pain you've been through, you can still fight. Because she's going through pain from the nightmares. And it's not just for her, but for other people. I know she might not watch this video even. But for other people that are going through pain of nightmares of child marriage, or nightmares of whatever, rape or whatever, just choose to live a nice, happy, clean life. And experience it. You will see. You will come back to this video and you will thank me. Well, I wish I chose that years ago. Instead of nurturing this pain, feeling sorry for myself, feeling angry, and just, I was having this pain for years. And it's not that I don't have this pain anymore. I still talk about child marriage. Child marriage should be banned. It's still not banned, and it should be banned all over the world. All these other things that I've been through growing up shouldn't happen. I still talk about it. I talk about stepdads that don't love their children equally, step parents in general. I talk about all these things as much as it's very embarrassing to talk about it. I still talk about it because I know the pain it can cause to the child, and even the relationship between the two children, and just the... So life, like I said, have too many pain. I don't want this video way too long. But we just have to choose to get away from the pain and choosing a happy life. We always have two options. That's the beauty of life. No matter how painful life is, you always have two options. To choose the happy life, or to choose to nurture the pain and continue revenging on the pain. You always have those two options. It's not easy when you're used to revenging with pain for years. It's not easy to get away. But you will. Slowly, as you practice, you will slowly get away with it. I'm telling you. Try it. Try it. That's just what I wanted to say for some of us that is living with pain, because some of the parents are living with pain, which is why they're too strict. And the pain will cause you pain too. We all have different kind of pain. So let us, the parents, calm down, please. And you children too, calm down. Know that we only love you and want the best for you, because life has big consequences. Sometimes things that seem fun are not fun at all. And they have big consequences. So understand the fun and the damage of the fun. Understand the two. Understand the boundaries between the fun and the addiction and the damage. Always have boundaries in life. Doesn't matter what age you are. If you don't have boundaries in life, you're going to have a lot of consequences to pay, and you're going to have happiness with life. Happiness doesn't come with no boundaries. So doesn't matter how much money you have to have boundaries. If not, you cannot have happiness in life. Whatever we do have consequences, either it's good or bad consequences, but it's gonna have consequences. That's just what I wanted to say. I think I end up covering this topic for all of us, for like how we have to learn how to cure our pain in a positive way, and how we have to avoid this pain caused by us to our children, and how we can also try to learn to understand why these parents are the way they are. I think I end up covering all by explaining my own story, if you know what I mean. I hope you guys get it. I just hope that this video, you guys learn one or two things from it. It's not always easy for people that come out to explain what they've been through. I salute this girl. I know the pain of that. And I know how many people can bully you, and people can doubt your stories and call it you're looking for fame, you're looking for people to feel sorry for you, you're looking for this, you're looking for that. You're going to have so many name calling. as much as you're going to have a lot of people appreciate you as well. Let's just focus on people that appreciate why we share our stories. A lot of people don't like it when I share my story, especially when I talk about this part that friends make me drink alcohol. Because they think that I'm promoting that. Why will I promote that when I tell you it's bad? But listen, not talking about it is why it's happening. You have to talk about this. If you don't talk about it, people will not avoid doing it. I was going with these friends that drink, thinking that I will never drink even if I go with them. That's how I end up drinking. So whenever I talk about this, it's for you to know that when you're going with people that are doing something bad, they have to do it when you are not there. But if you are doing it, they're doing it in front of you and you saying that I won't do it, you will do it. That's why when I realized that it's more to the going out than just going out, then I decided to quit, because I know that I was going to follow them, just like the way I followed the drinking. The way I joined the drinking, I was going to join the other thing that they were doing if I don't quit. That's how I quit. So we have to tell the people that when they see, especially teenagers, when they see the friends doing something bad around them and they say, I'm not going to do it, they'll do it. It's just a matter of time. So you have to then tell them, you can do this, but you cannot do it with me. You can do it when I'm not with you. Or if you're going to do it, I will excuse you until you finish. It doesn't matter if they laugh at you. If they're laughing at you, then they're not good friends. They're bullies. And they're your enemy. A lot of friends are jealous when you are disciplined because they cannot be disciplined, or they're not ready to be disciplined, and they don't like other people being disciplined. But why do you have to follow them so much that you ruin your life? They're just your friends. Doesn't matter if they're angry with you or what. They can always betray you whenever they want to. They're just your friends. You don't betray yourself because of a friend. If you don't love and protect yourself, who will? Who? You love your friends, but you have boundaries. When you have boundaries, they will respect you more. Even if they don't want to talk to you, they will respect you deep down for having boundaries that they cannot have. A lot of people now have no boundaries. So please, try to have boundaries. Understand that your life is important. You can be anybody you want in this life. But you cannot be anybody doing anything you want, doing everything you want. If you are doing anything and everything, you cannot be anything. Or if you are anything, you're going to pay for all kinds of consequences. I don't mean just being anything like being a millionaire. That's nothing. It's nice to have all those jewelries and money, but it doesn't make you happy. To be anything is to just be, the most important thing you can be in life to me is to have peace with life. To have peace, happiness, normal, decent life, you know. Be able to pay your rent, be able to put food on the table, normal, decent human being life, you know. Be able to not suffer in life, you know. Just be able to live happily. Like I said, life is hard. Life alone is hard. But if you're making it hard by doing all the wrong things, it's going to be double hard. So just whoever you are watching this video, if you are one of these teenagers, don't allow friends to make you do certain things that they cannot get you out of. They cannot get themselves out of it. They're addicted to whatever that is. If it's too much going out, if it's too much drinking, if it's smoking, if it's doing all kind of things, they're already addicted to it. That's why they cannot stop doing it. It's not that they don't know it's not good. They're just finding a name for it. Oh, let's go and have fun. Let's go and do this. They don't even want to mention, this is bad. We're going out too much. A lot of people that are doing bad things, they don't want to mention that it's bad. And when you say that it's bad, they're not going to like it. A lot of them will dislike this video just because I'm using bad in this video. Even the word bad, we're not allowed to use it. This is how bad this world is now. You're not allowed to use the word bad. How are you going to live in a society where you don't have bad and good? Life is like that. Life comes with bad and good, happiness, sadness, sunshine, rain, nice food, not nice food, whatever. That's how life is. You always have two in everything. Alive, dead, sleeping, awake, hello. Why is it that they want people to take away the word bad? It's because they want to legalize it. So there's nothing bad now. So people can just be like, do whatever they like. Yeah, you do whatever you like, but you're also going to have all kinds of consequences. Get ready to enjoy them. Because in this life, no one can save you. There are certain places you're going to get in life. No therapy will save you. Nothing will save you. Only you can save yourself still. You can always save yourself though. That's the beauty of life. The way human being God make our mind, we can do anything we want. Our mind is so powerful. We can overcome things when we believe we can overcome them. And we work on overcoming them. But to get there is the problem. We easily say, it's not easy. You don't know this. You don't know how hard it is. The more you say you don't know how hard it is, the more you cannot do it. You have to say, I can do this. It's nothing. I'm doing this and I can do this. Even if you fall out of it, keep saying, I'm doing this and I can do this. Keep pushing to not fall out again though. Don't just say it and then you keep doing it again and saying, I'll stop and doing it again, whatever that is. No, you're not going to stop. You're not ready to stop. You have to make sure if you mistakenly fall out of it, you make sure you don't fall out of it again. Stop tempting whatever that is. It's all about the mind here. Going out can be very addictive. Alcohol, going out, having all the attention of the men is very addictive. Like every other thing can addict you. You have to fight and take away the pleasure. Replace it with something healthy. Think about the consequences more than you think about the pleasure. Everything you are doing in life that is bad, when you think about the consequences more than you think about the pleasure, you will stop it. And stop going back to it saying, I'll stop, let me just go back, I'll stop. You will never stop. It's not safe to go out. Do you know how many people get killed for just going out? Or people fighting in the club and you end up getting hurt? Do you know how many girls get raped and killed for going out and getting drunk? And people drugging them? Do you know how many teenagers get raped and get killed for drinking with the wrong people or drinking with friends that they even believe they love? Or smoking with people that, that they even believe they're their friends? Especially this world now is full of pedophile. If you are a teenager, this is when you should protect yourself more. So if you're a teenager and you're watching this, please, if you're watching this long, salute. Because a lot of teenagers don't watch long videos about anything. And they can spend millions of time on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. But long video that will help them change their life, they cannot watch it. Please, don't be that teenager. You guys are our future. We need you guys to be disciplined and to be focused and to love yourself. We're not saying don't have fun. You have to have boundaries with the fun. And if you know that this fun doesn't come with boundaries, the people I'm having fun with don't allow me to have my boundaries, withdraw yourself from them. You will have other friends who have boundaries. There's always 1 or 2 friends that you can have that have boundaries. But if you try to hold onto these friends, try to love them more than you love yourself, it's not going to help you. I don't care how much these friends show you love. They also showing you that your worst enemy, which is whatever bad habit that they're doing that you shouldn't get involved with, and they're trying to do it with you because they don't want to go down alone. So, friends, to find a genuine friend is hard. A lot of friends will show you love, buy you flowers, do whatever, make you think you love them. But one day you cross their line, you will know they don't love you. And one day they're doing something and you don't want to do it, you will know they don't love you. So there's no genuine love with friendship. It's not many, hardly ever. So don't allow this love to make you do what you shouldn't do. Love yourself first. Be yourself best friend. Be yourself guiding first. And then you can still have friends, but have your boundaries. If you have no boundaries, you cannot have happiness, like I said. So please, have your boundaries. They're your only guiding in this world. Because this world is amazing, but it can be very cruel. When you take the wrong decision, you're going to have a lot of prices to pay. And you won't enjoy it. So please, guide yourself in this world, whoever you are watching this video. Us parents, please, let's learn to calm down, as much as it's very hard to parent children nowadays. Because they're not going to listen. A lot of them will listen to friends instead. And it's so painful to watch that. But we still have to be careful on the decisions we are taking. And we still have to make sure that we say sorry when we wrong these children. And we still have to make sure that we cannot choke these children to just choking them too much to be whoever because of our image or because of whatever. Because they can still grow up and be whatever. And our image is still going to be whatever. It's not easy to be a parent. No parent is perfect, by the way. So if you have a child, like I said, and you just leave it to do what they like, or you have a child and you're trying to discipline them, you still, it's no win-win. But like I said, if you are doing it, if you are disciplining the child but you have a limit, then it's more chance of the child making it than someone who just leave the child to do whatever, which is why a majority of the parents don't just leave the child. So please understand that it's not easy to be a parent. Try to put yourself in our shoes, and we try to put yourself in your shoes. So when we try to let you go and enjoy with your friends, have boundaries. Because if you don't have boundaries, it's going to be hard for us to let you go. Because we don't want to let you go and you lose it and you waste your life. We cannot watch you do that. We love you too much to watch you do that. So make it easy for us, please. By protecting yourself, knowing you are important, knowing your life and your future is important. Protect it. So it can be easier for us to protect you. And for us that is living with the pain, like I said, we have two options. Either to choose to continue nurturing the pain and revenging, or to choose to use the pain in a positive way and do positive things in life and learn to get away from pain. It's a nice feeling when you're free. It's the best feeling. And it's the only medicine for your pain, is to be free. My battery is dying. This video is too long. The only medicine for your pain is to be free from the pain. No therapy can give you it if you are not ready to leave it. Some of us are so used to our pain and we love it so much. It's our comfort. The pain becomes our comfort. If you have pain, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't have that deep pain, you will not know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, what? How is pain a comfort? But hey guys, we know each other, some of you that have this. The only free thing that you can use that can free you, the only thing that can free you is for you to get away from the pain. It's for you to choose this free from pain life. Learn to appreciate nature. Learn to appreciate yourself. Appreciate nature. Appreciate human beings. Appreciate taking a walk. Appreciate the trees moving and shaking. Appreciate water. Appreciate yourself, your look. No matter how much you've been bullied. No matter how much you've been bullied and how much you've been made feel, you are amazing. The reality is, the people who are bullying you are either not happy that moment when they're bullying you, or they're just not happy in general. They're just a bully in general. That's why they're bullying you, but nothing is wrong with you. No one is better than no one in this world. No one is more beautiful than no one. We all build differently, and that's why we're all beautiful and unique. Every normal human being knows that. It's only people living in misery and pain don't know that. They think they're better, or they think that one is better, or they think they're not good. They're not better. They're not they're not beautiful enough. When you're not living with pain and misery, you will know that every human being is beautiful. And no bullies will allow. You will not allow any bully to drown you, and you will not be also a bully. We've been bullied so much that we're all bullies. That's how this society is going now. But we can fight back. We don't need bully and ghetto behavior. We already have many of that. What we need is mindful behavior. How to cure our mind. How to cure our community by talking with love and care. It's what we need. And that's what we are lacking. And that's what leading to many of this. Because a lot of these children not listening in also because they've been bullied for listening in. If they listen to their parents, their friends will bully them for listening in. It's more behind that the children not just listening in. The friends sometimes we bully them for listening in and not want to friend with them for listening in. We are at war with life. As a parent now, we're at war with life. It's not easy. But God is good. We will get there. We still just have to let go and believe in nature and believe in life and just believe that the children will be okay. No matter how stubborn they are, we still have to believe that they will be okay deep down and have a limit on what we're doing. If not, it's going to get ugly with the consequences and with the actions, and it's not going to help either. So I'm going to wrap this video here. It's way too long. I could talk till tomorrow with this topic. It's never going to end. Because like I said, this video is very touching, you know. It's for parents and for teenagers and for the person themselves that is the victim of this, you know, this harsh parents thing. So this video is amazing. Paris, your video is amazing. God bless you for doing this video. It's gonna help a lot of people. But yeah, a lot of people should do reaction about this and just explain their different point of this and stuff like this, so we can all learn from each other. And just a lot of people should also come out and explain what they've been through, so we can use that to help us. But when you talk, people will laugh at you. So it's not easy to talk because of this. They will judge you. But just have a thick skin and talk. Even if they laugh and judge, talk and know that you're going to help one person, and that's what matters. So thank you for watching. Have a good day. And I wish all of us the best, us the parents, and us you guys that are the young people, and for people that are already in the middle age, people who are suffering the consequences of strict parents or childhood pain, whatever. I wish all of us the best, and wish that we all choose to parent and guide ourselves, and us all to choose to live a positive life, and to choose to what the decisions that we make in life, because that's the only thing that can save us. No parents can save you, like I said. Only you can save you. Understand that you need yourself only. You always have two choices with life, and you're clever. Children nowadays, teenagers nowadays are too clever. There's media all over the world. It's just they're choosing to live the easy way, the fun way. What they think is the easy way, the fun way, instead of the disciplined way. What you think is the easy way have big consequences. That's why us parents trying to save you from it. Please understand the consequences. Do you decide about the consequences? I am so you know it, just ignoring it. Don't ignore it, sweetheart. Because if you do, it have big consequences. And when I say big, I mean big consequences. So I pray that you all will learn to not ignore the consequences and protect yourself. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to see you guys again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye. See you again.